Objectives of HRM like to create, utilize, and able and motivate workforce to accomplish basic organizational goal. Then to use an effective utilization of human resource to achieve organizational goals and objectives. Then to identify, satisfy individual group needs by providing adequate and equitable wages, employees benefits, social security, measures for challenging work, prestige, recognition, security, and incentives, again to achieve you can say organizational objectives. And then to establish, maintain sound organizational structure, desirable working relationship among all the members of the organization. Then to secure integration among the individual people, to create facilities and opportunities for individual and group development, to create, I tell you, facilities and opportunities, to create facilities and opportunities, to strengthen and appreciate the human assets continuously by providing training and development, to maintain high employee morale, to maintain high morale, and you can say appreciation of human assets, and then to consider, contribute to minimization of socio-economic evils like unemployment, underemployment, inequalities, distribution of income and wealth, to improve welfare of the society. And like one thing more, shop floor discrimination is there, or you can say harassment is there, abuses are there, sexual harassment is there. So it is job of HR people to see all these things. Like there was a Me Too campaign by you can say there was a Hollywood actress. She started this campaign, Me Too campaign. Tarana Burke is, I think. And then to provide an opportunity for expression and voice management, and that everybody has to have, you can say, a voice against any disparities there, discrimination is there on the guise of caste and creed and religion is there, you just raise voice. Though it is not related with HR, I am just quoting one example, like Fair and Lovely. And you can say in America, in Africa, it is Black and Lovely. So you can say fair, the term fair, it is about discrimination, and black and white, ultimately it was withdrawn by, you can say, the company. And then to provide a fair, acceptable, efficient leadership, to provide facilities and condition of work, creation of favorable atmosphere for maintaining stability and employment, I tell you. Okay. So these are the practices, and to maintain, to create conducive, congenial environment to work. Okay, several multinationals, they provide a sort of ambience, atmosphere to work, and you are automatically forced to work, and it is a sort of you can say better condition that you are automatically, you are motivated, inspired to work, because every facility. There are certain societal objectives are there. Societal objectives, socially and ethically responsible for the need and challenges of the people and its their society. Societal members are there. Minimize demand of the organization. Suppose any problem is there. If you are just fulfilling the societal needs of the societal needs, then certainly organization will grow like anything. Then failure of the organization to use resources for society may limit human resource decision to the law and enforce reservation in hiring and law like that. Okay, there shouldn't be any discrimination. I commented like there shouldn't be any discrimination on the guise of caste, creed, you can say sex, gender, or religion is there. So ultimately it is a bad, I tell you, bad. There one organizational objective, like individual objective and say organizational objective. When those both are meeting together, talking together and going in one direction ultimately, then synergy is there. And under one mindset, everybody is there. Either in group or you can say individual, they are thinking in one direction. Ultimately, resources they are utilized in a better way. Optimality is achieved. So it is their primary objective to work in unison, one direction. Another one, functional objective. Functional objectives to maintain department's contribution of a level appreciate to organizational needs. Human resource is to be adjusted to suit the organization. Like human resource are adjusted, they are groomed, they are trained to meet out the organizational objectives. And another one, whatever various functions are there, like marketing, like HR, finance, production, R&D, then they have to think in unison and they have to, you can say, behave. And it is the job of HR department to give them right type of people, train them, motivate them, and shape them their attitude according to the need of the organization and functional department. And next one, personal objectives. Personal objective, like assist employees in achieving their personal goals, at least insofar these goals enhance individual contribution to the organization. ठीक है, क्या है personal objective? Sometimes recognition is, motivation is personal. That's why individual objective and you can say group objectives are there. So they must move in one direction. They must move in one direction. HR objectives, like societal objectives, are supporting functions are there, legal compliances are there, benefits and union management relations. Union management relations कैसे हैं? Whether they are at loggerhead, they are fighting with each other. Strikes are there, low production, low quality. Ultimately, you can say organization will suffer, and you can say individual will suffer. Then organizational objectives like human resource planning, employee relations, selection, training and development, appraisal, placement and assessment. These are the things they are implicit in you can say organizational objectives. Another one, functional objectives like appraisal, placement and assessment. Appraisal of the people, 360 appraisal में there, peer groups appraisal are there, bottom of the pyramids you can say, bottom up approach, then again appraisal, placement and assessment. Suitably they are placed. Suppose a change in job is there. Personal objectives, training and development, appraisal, placement and again assessment. Human resource functions are there. What are they? Human resource planning, HRP, human resource planning, which include creating venture team with balanced skill mix, recruiting right people, voluntary team assignment. This strategy analyzes and determines personal needs in order to create effective innovation team. देखिए, human resource planning, when you are planning for each and every level, you can say you are just you have to recruit is a positive force, just asking for application from internal as well as external sources of it. As an individual and as an you can say group, you have to train them and just tell them, train them, develop them, the direction of need. Then performance appraisal, which includes encouraging risk taking, demanding innovation, generating, adapting. Performance appraisal, देखिए है क्या, as an individual, as a, like in start from purchase, start from you can say gate, security staff, there it comes under HR people. Safety. Second one, purchase is there, right type of people, honest people, buying plenty of you can say a large number of products. Inventory is there, higher inventory is there, but now just in time concept is there. So there just it is meant for you can say hardly one day, I tell you. But vendor development is there, production is there, competent people are there, hired by HR people, machine operators are there. Then you can say it is a job of HR to train them accordingly. or you can say marketing people, finance people. So they should not be neglected, or you can say sometimes I tell you 360 degree appraisal is there. One is by the colleagues, another in junior staff, another in higher staff, what they think about that. But in case of India, I tell you, it is a sort of bias. It is not working well. It is very difficult to give them right 360 degree approach. From every corner of the pie, you are being targeted, you are being, you can say, oppressed. Then next one, reward system. Then reward system, freedom to research, freedom to fail, freedom to form teams, freedom to fail businesses, or you can say balance pay, pride noticeable, promoting them from within, recognition, reward, balancing team, individual rewards. People are there, they are trained, they have you can say suitable qualification, they must be taken from insider source. And they must be appraised, they must be suitably remunerated, and they must be promoted. So it is a job of, you can say, reward, punishment, bonuses are there, gratuity is there, and whatever you can say non-financial packages are there, financial packages are there. So they are being trained suitably, I tell you. Then career management. Actually, in case of reward system, this strategy uses reward to motivate personnel to achieve an organizational goals, productivity, innovation, and profitability. Again, I tell you, profit must be there, profit must be there, and growth must be there. Then career management, and it is the job of HR to just develop career path of the people, I tell you. हमें 3 साल आगे हमें कोई पोस्ट नहीं मिले, दे मस्ट बी प्रोमोटेड एट नो यू कैन से विदाउट स्पेंडिंग a single second. And then when they are assured about their career development of the people, I tell you, then they would like to stay in the organization, like again training and development, and most conducive to innovation program when adopted, not in isolation, like an innovation program. Innovative tools and techniques, they are being adopted by the HR people, or you can say and employees are trained them, develop them, and suitable ambience is the environment is created so that they may be, you can say, successful in adopting, or you can say training, adapting, or learning the things in the organization. Second, another system is dominated by internal and external training, like off the job and on the job and off the job. Go and learn, सीधे आपको भेज दिया गया, आप जब सीखे जाइए सब. Like trainers use blackboard techniques are there. Just they go in the plant, they go in various departments, they learn from, you can say, they learn from something like they are giving tools and techniques so that they can be, you can say, trained. Second system is dominated by, again I tell you, then while the adoption of individual HRM practices may be expected to influence innovative performance positively. Actually, when ambience is created, then certainly you are innovative and your performance is better. Then it is also learned that existing empirical work on the relation between HRM practices and knowledge related outcomes have exclusively focused on individual HRM practices. Okay, so just whatever system is there, it works for productivity, innovation, and to fulfill individual objective as well as organizational objective. Then it is a set of distinct but interrelated activities, function, processes that are directed at attracting, developing, and maintaining human resource. Directing, maintaining, and delivering human resource. You have to train them like anything. train them, training. ट्रेन क्या होता है? ट्रेन ING, ट्रेन हमेशा कंटिन्यूसली चलती है. ट्रेन प्लस ING. It is a sort of continuous in nature. Ultimately, they are learning from their colleagues, learning from outsiders, learning from internal, you can say, trainer, outsider trainer. So ultimately, I tell you, training, you can say, works like anything. Train them and develop them. ट्रेनिंग से क्या होगा? सपोज एनी नेगेटिविटी इज देयर, सर्टेन सेंसिटिविटी ट्रेनिंग इज देयर, दे चॉक आउट, दे फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इनसाइड योर ब्रेन, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इनसाइड योर ब्रेन. अल्टीमेटली समटाइम्स पीपल आर बीपिंग लाइक एनीथिंग. तुम ये हो, दिखते कुछ और हो. देन आई टेल यू, sensitivity training was stopped. I tell you, people were so scared, I tell you. समझ रहे हैं? तो training is, you can say, well required in every organization to change mindset, to just, you can say, just erase, just whipping out negativity mindset, negative attitude. Attitude is 100%. So ultimately, just, my dear, train them like that. Whatever you can say, just work for 1 week in an organization, and for several weeks in several departments are there. Account is there, marketing, production, R&D, purchase. So you must have a sort of journalistic approach, knowing each and everything, everything I tell you. Just go there, see the production, see how to operate robots, paint shops are there, ancillaries are there. They are making filters, wires, rims of the car. So ultimately, I tell you, you can say training. Training is an important. तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है, छोटे in case of a small organization and you can say small scale industry, it is a missing concept. It is a sort of missing concept. Ultimately, I tell you, in large organization, big organization, training is one of the important factors. The facets of HRM is there, like proactive and what are needs are there in future, in coming training and development. It must be written, I tell you. Whatever I have quoted several things, they must be written. After, you can say, 1 year, 6 months, 3 years, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, where or she will be, I tell you. Just along with you can say your employees, workers, you just chalk out a plan, development plan, career plan. Then what are the changes they are coming in industry? Who is going to join another organization? What are the niches are there? How they are working? How they are executing? How they are taking job from the people? What is their nitty-gritty? Is their day-to-day affairs are there? How they are managing a informal environmental? So ultimately, such type of things, they are matter of watch and study, I tell you. It is your just, you can say, meticulous job, or you can say hard job, observation is their reaction. So always you must be proactive manager rather than reactive. Then independent HRM function. Okay. What is going on? How deftly, I tell you. If you can say promoters are, if a professional environment is not there, they are not professional. Baniya company is there. Usually it is a practice in India, but they employ some professional. So whatever likings and dislikings are there, you cannot disobey them. So ultimately, a sort of, you can say, how to handle them, how to handle them, how to talk with them, and take your work like that. Ultimately you have to suffer, you will be promoted, you will be thrashed like anything. And then it is a hardly independent. Sometimes it is dominated by board of directors and promoters and like that.